Preparing for tests. The most important thing you can do in this course is realize everything in this course is designed to prepare for tests and exams. The tests and final exam count for 65-67% of your grade. If you are not prepared for the test, you will not be successful in this course. So it's very important that everything you do is set up to be successful on the test. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, every test in the course comes directly from the homework. If you're missing questions on the test, it's because you either don't remember it from the homework or you didn't understand it when you did the homework. Every single test question comes from the homework. This is very important. So, one of the things I give you to be very successful on a test is practice exams. You can take the first practice exam on the very first day of the course. You can find them in quizzes and tests. I'm going to show you from my setting a preview. A practice test is the same amount of questions as the test itself. So, practice test 1 is 19 questions, which means your test 1 will be 19 questions. Each test comes from the homework between the first day of class and that test for test 1. Test 2 will come from every homework assignment after test 2 until you take test 2. I don't give you homework if I'm not going to test you on it. So test 1 will cover all the homework assignments from the first day of class to the actual day you take the test. Now, when you take the practice exams, there are 19 questions. There are approximately 9 homework assignments on the first test, which means roughly every two questions come from one section. So this would come from 1.3. These two questions would probably come from 1.4. These two sections would more than likely come from 1.5 because those are the three first homework assignments. Now, if you miss a question on a practice test, I would expect you to go back and redo the whole homework. If you're not redoing the homework, you're going to get a different question the next practice test, and you're going to get a different question on the test. This is to help you identify what homework sections you need to go back and review. If you don't go back and review the homework questions, you're probably not going to pass the test. Very important. Extremely important. So, I would expect a practice test to occur at least one day before they take the next practice test. If you're not making available for you a day to review, then you're not preparing for the exam. Some students make a huge mistake and they think that they should do the review before the practice test. That's a complete waste of what I'm trying to give you with the practice test. When I give you a practice test, the practice test is supposed to tell you what you need to review. So you have to do it before you do the review. That's the whole purpose of the practice test. So when you take practice test 1, automatically it grades it for you and tells you exactly what you need to go review. Then you go review it. After you've done review it, you take the next practice test for test 1. And hopefully you do much better. And then again, it's going to tell you exactly where you need additional review. And then you go do that additional review. So if it takes you a day for each review, and you have 3 attempts and the test itself, you should be taking the very first practice test probably on January 15th. You take the first practice exam, you review, second on the 16th, third on the 17th. No later than starting your practice tests at least 4 days before you take the exam itself. And again, this gives you a day of review for each time you take the practice test. Very important thing. The tests in this course are 67% of your grade. Everything you do in this course should be designed so that you understand the material so that you're able to be successful on the tests themselves. And that is how you use a practice test to prepare for the test itself.